So the goal of this video is to answer as many questions as I can that you might have about the upcoming Elder Scrolls Online Stadia launch, and how it pertains to this service and its cross-play and cross-save mechanics, as I've gotten to do a ton of research, and I've even harassed a poor community manager, who by the way is awesome, to find the deep answers for you guys on everything you need to know. But before I begin, I will be fully streaming this game on my YouTube and Twitch, so make sure you're subscribed by hitting that red button here, and follow me on Twitch as well. We also have a dedicated Elder Scrolls Online Stadia only Discord, so check that out down below. But with all that said, let's jump straight into this video. Like always, if you guys can hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. But let's start this video with some of the basics and work our way up. And I will have timestamps down below, so you guys will have a quick and easy reference. But the first thing to know is that the Elder Scrolls Online is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game with a heavy focus on story. It's a game that is shared and played alongside with thousands of other players. But uniquely in this game, you don't actually have to play with others, but you can play on your own by enjoying the fully voiced over quests, or even tackling some of the dungeons solo if you're skilled. Now you choose between classes, you go out and explore the world, level up, and then you decide if you want to play with others down the line or even right away. There is unique roles that you can take, from being the damage dealer, the tank and leader, or a healer to keep the group alive. In a nutshell, it's a game that features thousands of hours of content, and one that you might enjoy if you're into role-playing games, and even more so if you like playing with others. But alright, let's start talking about the Stadia port itself. Now the number one thing to realize is that there will be no downloads of any kind. If you're new to Stadia, this is a service that streams your games to your TV if you have the hardware, or your phone, tablet, and or computer. The download for this game is typically around 85 gigs, but you need about 125 for your computer to run it smoothly. Or if you're playing on a console, it's a flat 85, which would be a huge chunk of your storage space. But with Stadia, you don't need to download the game at all. It will stream and launch directly to your supported device. But alright, let's touch on all the things that are going on specifically with the Stadia port, and why you might want to invest in this platform and play Elder Scrolls Online. Now to start off, the game will be free for the Stadia Pro members, all the way up until the Morrowind DLC. Essentially, you'll get the base game including 23 zones, 4 classes, and the Morrowind chapter with an additional zone and the Warden class, all with your membership. If you decide though to invest further, you can opt in to pay for the new Greymoor chapter that includes a new zone in Western Skyrim and a new Gothic main story questline, as well as new dungeons and quests. Of course though, none of that is necessary to purchase to play, and at the time of this video we don't have official pricing for Stadia, but the standard edition seems to run at $39.99 USD and $49.99 for the collector's edition, with the standard giving you just access to the new content and the collector's giving you exclusive outfits, mounts, and pets, as well as more goodies. Now if you don't want to be a pro member, buying the new expansion Greymoor Collector's Edition should net you the base game on top of the new content, so keep that all in mind when making your purchases. But now the Stadia version of Elder Scrolls Online is actually doing something really neat here, and bringing 2 huge items to the port that are absolutely vital for this platform and the health of the population for Stadia users, and that is bringing both cross-play with the PC players and Mac users, as well as cross-save and something called cross-entitlement that I'll explain what that means here in a bit. But let's start with cross-play. With crossplay, you'll be able to team up and play alongside a healthy user base of PC players, join guilds, quests, dungeons, and raid with each other, ensuring that you'll always have people to play with. But one of the biggest things on top of having cross-play is the fact that there will be cross-save with both the PC and Stadia. So if you're someone who is primarily a PC player, or if you played in the past and you want to play on Stadia, well, now you can transfer your character to the Stadia version, But not only that, you can actually transfer right back, as this was confirmed by the Elder Scrolls Online team. So essentially, if you're playing on PC, but you want to be able to play more mobile, you can switch to your Stadia version easy enough, and then switch right back at PC at will. It will be that easy. Elder Scrolls Online has essentially, with the harmony of both these platforms, now has the versatility to be played anywhere at any time. But what about purchases? What if you own the PC version or even the Steam version of Elder Scrolls Online? Do you have to rebuy everything on the Stadia version? Or what if you're a Stadia player, but you decide you want to download it on your PC? Well, I have great news on all fronts here, but pay close attention. As long as you purchase it on Steam, on PC, or Stadia, you will not need to repurchase the Greymoor chapter, which is the new DLC, or other DLC that you've bought in the past. But you do have to either have the Pro subscription or buy the base game to access your account on Stadia and all the purchased DLC that you have done before. This has been confirmed by an SO representative that I'm in contact with. But once that is done, essentially all your progression and all your purchases between both the PC and Stadia will be seamless with each other. And literally, you'll be able to freely play between PC and Stadia in every facet. Unfortunately, none of this extends to the consoles, and I think you are out of luck if you come from the Xbox and PS4, as there is no cross-play or cross-progression with either of those. Now, while I've had nothing but positive things to say so far, we do have one glaring negative to point out. Sadly, it has been confirmed that Stadia players will not have access to add-ons that the PC players can download. Now, add-ons are improvements from third-party sources that can be implemented into your gameplay, like a better user interface management of your inventory or better add-ons for combat-related timers and stats. It really does give you that extra edge over counterparts who don't use it, but this isn't as important as you might think, as really only the top-heavy group activities would care if their fellow players use them, and the game is designed to beat the hardest encounters without them. So while it is a bummer, the UI is actually pretty decent with Elder Scrolls Online, even without these add-ons, but this is worth mentioning either way for those who have the question. Now, I also wanted to touch on real fast that the Stadia version can also be played with keyboard and mouse through your Chrome browser on your computer or laptop, as well as with a controller through your computer, as well as your Chromecast Ultra. At the moment, Stadia doesn't have a dedicated touchscreen though if you're planning to play through your phone, so you will need to attach a controller if you're playing through your mobile device. But okay, the last thing that I want to touch on, if you're completely new to the MMORPG genre, do not be intimidated with this game. This is a game that can be played on your own while doing the story and choosing what you would feel would be the funnest combat to your playstyle. If down the line you feel like, okay, I've learned quite a bit about this game, I feel comfortable with the combat and my character, then you can join the many guilds and team up with your fellow Stadians or PC counterparts and really dive into the rest of the game. There is a friendly community here, so you will get that help if you desire it. So please join that Stadia Elder Scrolls Discord to find guilds and like-minded players. But alright, if there's any additional questions about Elder Scrolls Online Stadia port, please write them down below so I can answer or the fellow community here can tackle it. And if there's anything that I missed, please comment down below. Subscribe to this channel for more Stadia related content, as well as Elder Scrolls Online streams. Subscribe to join this awesome community and hit that notification bell, as well as check out my Twitch where I plan to stream and play SO there as well. I'm Sunny, and like always, I'll see you guys in the cloud.